Welcome to Off the Beaten Path. Please be sure to like and subscribe. In this episode, we visit Cuba, the Pearl of the Antilles. Cuba is a Caribbean island nation with a rich and vibrant culture. It is known for its beautiful beaches, vibrant music, and delicious cuisine. But there are many little-known facts about Cuba that make it even more interesting. From its unique history to its diverse population, here are some of the most fascinating facts about this Caribbean nation. From the world's smallest bird to the oldest cigar factory in the world, these facts will give you an insight into the unique culture of Cuba. Cuba is a country with one of the highest literacy rates in the world, at 99.8%. This impressive statistic is due to the Cuban government's commitment to providing free education for all citizens. The Cuban government also provides free textbooks and other educational materials to students, which helps them stay current with their studies. Additionally, Cuba has implemented various initiatives such as adult literacy programs and teacher training programs that have helped increase the overall literacy rate of the country. Coca-Cola is one of the most popular soft drinks in the world, but there are two countries where it cannot be bought or sold: Cuba and North Korea. This is due to the political and economic sanctions imposed on these countries by other nations. Despite this, Coca-Cola has still managed to find its way into both countries through unofficial channels. In Cuba, for example, it can be found in some tourist areas and private homes. In North Korea, it is available in some restaurants and hotels catering to foreign visitors. For decades, Cubans were not allowed to own cell phones due to a ban imposed by the Cuban government. This ban was in place until 2008 when President Raúl Castro's government lifted it, allowing Cubans to finally own and use cell phones. This move was seen as a major step forward for the country, as it opened up new opportunities for communication and access to information. The United States pays Cuba approximately $4,085 a year to lease the 45 square miles that the Guantanamo Bay Naval Station occupies. This is an interesting fact about the U.S.-Cuba relationship, and it has been in place since 1903. The United States has been paying this amount every year since then, despite the strained relations between the two countries. This payment serves as a reminder of how long-standing agreements can remain in place even when political tensions are high. The island of Cuba is a unique geographical feature in the Caribbean Sea and is the 17th largest island in the world. It is known for its stunning beaches, vibrant culture, and rich history. But when viewed from the air, it takes on an even more interesting shape, that of a crocodile. This has earned it the nickname El Crocodilo, or El Saima in Spanish. The island's resemblance to a crocodile has been noted by many travelers and explorers over the centuries, and it continues to be an iconic symbol of Cuba today. Cuba is the largest island in the Caribbean and has an area of 42,803 square miles, making it roughly the size of the U.S. states of Tennessee or Virginia. It has a population of 11 million people and is home to many different ethnicities and cultures. The country's economy relies heavily on tourism, agriculture, and exports such as sugarcane, tobacco, coffee, citrus fruits, and seafood. Cuba has 38,000 miles of roadways, half of which are unpaved. This means that the majority of roads in Cuba are not suitable for motor vehicles and can only be used by pedestrians or cyclists. The lack of paved roads has been a major obstacle to economic development in Cuba, as it limits access to markets and resources. It also makes it difficult for people to travel between cities and towns, which can lead to isolation and poverty. Despite this, the Cuban government has made efforts to improve its road infrastructure in recent years, with some success. Dominoes is a game that has been around for centuries and is still popular today. It is the national game of Cuba, where it has been played since the 19th century. Every New Year's Eve in Cuba, people gather to burn dolls as a symbol of forgetting the bad times and looking forward to a fresh start with the new year. This tradition has been passed down for generations and is an important part of Cuban culture. The burning of dolls is seen as a way to let go of the past and start anew with hope for the future. It is believed that this ritual will bring good luck and prosperity in the coming year. Burning dolls at New Year's Eve is a unique tradition that has been celebrated in Cuba for centuries, and it continues to be an important part of their culture today. Cuba is one of the first countries to ban the sale of incandescent lighting. This move is part of their commitment to reduce energy consumption and promote renewable energy sources. The ban will help reduce electricity consumption, as well as carbon emissions. Cuba has the highest doctor-to-patient ratio in the world, making it a leader in providing medical aid to countries in need. This has resulted in many Cuban doctors being sent abroad to provide medical assistance to those who are unable to access it. Baseball is a beloved sport in Cuba, with the country having a long and proud history of producing some of the world's best players. It is estimated that around 1 million Cubans play baseball, making it the most popular sport in the country. Cuba is home to some of the world's smallest creatures, including the Mount Iberia frog and the bee hummingbird. The Mount Iberia frog is the smallest frog in the world, measuring just over an inch long. The bee hummingbird is also found in Cuba and is considered to be the smallest bird in existence, with a length of just 2.25 inches. Both species are endemic to Cuba and can be found in its tropical forests and wetlands. Voting in Cuba is legally mandatory for all citizens over the age of 16. This means that every Cuban citizen must participate in the electoral process, regardless of their political views or beliefs. The Cuban government has implemented this law to ensure that all citizens have a say in the country's political decisions. Cuban cuisine is a unique blend of African, Spanish, and Caribbean influences. It is known for its flavorful dishes that are often passed down from generation to generation. While many recipes are shared orally, they are rarely written down. This means that the recipes can vary slightly from family to family and region to region. As a result, Cuban cuisine has become an ever-evolving art form that is constantly being adapted and refined by each new generation of cooks. In Cuba, the uniform color of school children is used to indicate their grade level. This system has been in place for many years and is a unique way of distinguishing between different grades. The colors range from white for kindergartners to black for high school seniors. This system helps teachers and administrators easily identify which grade level a student belongs to, making it easier to manage the classroom environment. The sugarcane crop has been a major part of the Cuban economy for centuries. It has been used to produce sugar, molasses, and rum, all of which have been important exports for the country. The crop has also provided employment opportunities for many Cubans and has helped to create a strong agricultural sector. Cuban cigars are renowned for their quality and flavor, and have been a symbol of luxury for centuries. Cuban cigars are made from a unique blend of tobacco leaves that are grown in the country's fertile soil. The combination of climate, soil, and traditional methods used to make these cigars give them their distinct flavor and aroma. In addition to being enjoyed by cigar aficionados around the world, Cuban cigars also provide an important source of income for many Cubans. Founded by Ignacio Larrañaga in 1834, Por Larrañaga is the oldest cigar factory on Earth in continuous production. Bacardi rum is a popular spirit that has been around for over 150 years. It was originally manufactured in Cuba, but production moved to Puerto Rico after Fidel Castro took control of the country in 1959. This move allowed Bacardi to continue producing its signature rum and other spirits without interruption. The company has since become one of the largest producers of rum in the world, with its products being sold in more than 170 countries. Despite the change in location, Bacardi has maintained its Cuban roots and continues to produce high-quality rums that are enjoyed by people all over the world. Thank you for watching, and please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel.